The time has come here on the PleasantCraft server. It is time to finish what I started nearly 5 months ago now. It is finally time to complete the Sewerpunk City. And folks, I could not be more excited to see how this place turns out. However, before we begin our work for today, there are a couple of things that I do need to quickly address. Thing number one is actually some off-camera building that I've done out in the ocean, where you can now see we have two very lovely little boats, a sailboat and a cargo ship. And well, all things considered, I think that these turned out pretty great. But there was one other thing that happened while I was working on those ships. And I don't know if you can see it in the background or not, but yeah, we have a bit of a bat problem now, apparently. And it's quite the significant bat problem. Someone has left these banners around my base, and I'm not quite sure who. Wait a second. Did y'all hear that? Wait, is someone still here?
Hello? Hello? Is somebody here?
You.
Hello? Oh! Hey! Hey there, fella. How are you doing? Are you here for a property or something?
Don't think that just because you've been quiet that I'm not watching. Next time you slip up, I will be there and make sure you never hurt anyone on this server again.
Okay. Did I do something? Who are you?
I'm vengeance.
Okay, that seemed rather strange. I mean, did I actually do something? I mean, that seemed rather threatening for having done absolutely nothing. Yeah, maybe this is a problem we're gonna have to deal with a little bit later. But getting back to the task at hand, we do need to start work on finishing the base, and the first area I need to work on is this section here, which is currently very empty. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and start finishing the Sewerpunk City. Well, this right here, this is looking amazing. I mean, just look at how our city has come together in the end. It is looking so cool. And for this last bit here, I did really try my best to cram in as many cool details as possible. And just kind of walking through this area, you can see over here we have some loose junk and some crates and things. Over here we have a bit of a harbor area with a crane and some more crates. Everything is just looking so cool when it's all together like this. And well, if I'm being honest, I don't think I could be any happier with how this place has turned out. This is pretty much exactly what I had in mind when I first started placing down blocks all those months ago. And now we have a true Sewerpunk City. However, there still is a little bit more work that needs to be done today. First things first, I should probably get rid of all of these bat signs around my base. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that.
What is the meaning of this?
Ah, what the? Where did you? How do you keep just appearing here? Where are you coming from?
Why are you taking this down?
Cause you know you left it here and it's kind of in the way of the view. You weren't expecting me to keep this, were you?
Yes. It represents justice.
Okay, but it's also kind of in the way of my base. So if you don't mind, I think I'm just gonna. Oh, hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? What? Why did you do that? What? Oh my gosh. All right, this has gotten out of hand. We're gonna need to deal with this bat fellow sooner or later. But you know what? While I think of a plan to take care of that, there's actually one last thing that I wanted to add to the base here, and that is actually going to be right over here on this last little bit of rock right up against the shore. I want to build a bit of a trophy room where I can keep all of my valuable things that I've collected over the past season. And to do that, we are going to need to dig out a little bit of this wall so that way I can actually make room for an interior. And this, I think, will probably be a big enough hole for us to work with. So let's chuck down a little bit of a deep slate foundation here. And I think for the walls, I'm going to try mixing up some of this dripstone with the light gray terracotta just to see how that looks. And now if we transition that to some granite and then to some bricks, we should have ourselves a pretty cool looking gradient. And stepping back, that does seem to be the case. That is a very nice gradient. And before I forget to, let's go ahead and add ourselves a doorway here. Yeah, I'm always seeming to forget the most important part of these buildings, as evidenced by the many buildings in the city with no doors. But this, I think, should probably suffice. Got a nice grand entrance here. And I think right over here I want to try a little flower box, as well as possibly a little window here. And let's also get a little bit of vinage up in here because everything looks better with just a few vines. And that, I think, is the entire front facade now done. Yeah, that is looking absolutely gorgeous. But now, of course, comes the hard part, which is what goes on the inside. I mean, interiors have never really been my strong suit, but I am going to try to make this as cozy as a space as possible. And I think something really cozy we could have right here is a bit of a fireplace. I mean, that's pretty cozy, right? And while we're at it, let's also throw in a little aquarium in the wall over here. That's right, Benny. It's finally time for you to have a new home. There you go, buddy. Hey, look at that. I think he likes it. And then over here, I think I'm going to try making a display for all of my little artifacts. So let's see how this looks. Ooh, yes. That is a very nice trophy case indeed. All it's missing is, well, trophies. So let's go ahead and pick out our display, shall we? Let's place down our 2 map arts, a chorus coin, of course, a $5 Starbucks gift card. I believe this one is actually an original. Some old heads, one of our enchanted golden apples, and our first ever wooden pickaxe. I think that is a pretty good selection for our trophies here. And with that, this building is now complete. But there is one other thing that I actually haven't shown you yet. And that is right up here on the roof, we have a little bit of a patio area, which I gotta say, this is just a killer view. And I guess now that this building is done, well, this entire base is now done. We did it. It's complete. I never thought I'd see the day. So I guess all there is to do now is just sit back and enjoy this view. So yeah, now that this base is done, some of you are probably wondering what comes next for me here on the server. Well, for one thing, I definitely gotta go get my revenge on Batmig for all the trouble he's caused me today. But other than that, I'm not quite sure what comes next. I think the end may be in sight for us, my friends. But that is gonna have to wait until another episode, because that's all the time I have for today. And if you enjoyed this one, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye.